everybody, welcome to Sarah Prouty Designs, and today we're going to make this adorable gnome card. So come join me. All right, so let's get started. So I have everything cut out already, and we are gonna go from this to this. And it's gonna be a blank card inside. You can write whatever you want. It's super fun for the fall season, for Halloween and Thanksgiving and all the things. Again, I'm gonna be using precision craft glue, and actually I'll probably use some pop dots today too. So I have these generic set that I think I got from Amazon, and there's some small ones in this one and some larger ones. This is the larger one. Kind of see the size there. So I'm gonna grab one of each of these and put it on the side. Okay, I'll make sure I'm showing you. So this is the larger one, and then this is the smaller ones. And we'll decide which ones we're gonna use as we get there. And so I have all our parts set out here. I have twice as many leaves in here, so don't get intimidated by that. I was thinking I might do 2 of these cards because I want to give some away. And we have our pieces here. This is our face pieces here. This is our gnome body pieces. And I gotta scooch all of these leaves aside. I'm gonna put them off screen here because it'll be easy to get to. But if you want that many leaves, basically all I did was copy and pasted them on my Silhouette machine, you know, in the design studio, and just I did twice as many that were in the SVG. And that way I have extras, because I know what, if I don't use it for this, I want to use it for some other projects. So more to come there. I'm gonna scooch the pumpkin off, and then we'll just slide this, make life easy. But I wanted to show you all the parts first. Sorry for the blank screen. All right, this is our base. Doesn't really matter which way you fold it. There's score lines on here. You can fold it in either direction, doesn't matter. But what will matter is which side you put your stuff on. You make sure you put everything on the top side here. If you close this, determine that's the top, then that's the top. If you want to, you can leave it closed like that, just so you know. But actually, I'm gonna go ahead and make it flat. I just wanna see one thing. I know from camera angles, sometimes things get out of screen, so I want to make sure you can still see. Nope, just a little bit off, so I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to do this. Make sure you can see everything. All right. So for the most part, I think we're going to, the biggest decision we have right now, right, is, you know, how these go together. But anyway, this smaller one goes under here, and they'll line up to where like this touches the outside. And for the most part, what I did was, and I did this kind of on purpose because it helps me and it'll help you. I did it for you. I did do it for you, but I also did it for me. And this way we know where the pieces go, you know? So this is where the gnome body is. These are where some of the leaves are. Here's where the pumpkin is. It just makes our life so much easier. So tell me what you think in the comments if you agree. I just think it's gonna be so much simpler. And I have a feeling, I think what I'm gonna do is just pop dot like leaves and things on top and the pumpkin, and these will be flat. So because it will be flat, you know how I laid them out here? Now this is gonna be the top of our card, even though I have this folded backwards there. You can ignore that part of it. So what I want to do is kind of line these up. If you want to, you can line it up like this, right? And get it in there. I mean, it's okay if little things poke through, but we're gonna get it as lined up as we can. It's kind of like the top of this dark brown is touching the bottom of this other brown, and then everything else goes into place. Now, what you could do, let's do this as like a little sneaky way. Let's see if this helps us out. Is you kind of lift up one leaf and give it a little squirt underneath there and go ahead and set it down. Pick up pumpkin, do a little squirt on that brown, set it down. Now I'm only going to do those couple of spots because we do want to put the body of the gnome in here. And if you were to glue all the way around, you wouldn't be able to get up underneath here, right? So this is really just a quick tack. You know, just wipe off the extra there. And let's start with putting the gnome on here. Because that will help us. We'll do the leaves all around afterwards. So I'm gonna put them back up here so you can see. But by putting the body on first, any part of his legs there that might go underneath there, then we can go ahead and glue that down and he'll be in place. So we're gonna do our little gnome friend first. And to do that, let's get all our parts together. And again, every now and then I'm gonna get on up here so I can make sure I can see everything. And these are his pants. So we're gonna sneak that up underneath there. And the reason it's not all the way wide is because there's additional pieces that are gonna go on here. So I'm just gonna make sure I got the right directions going. Let me just double check myself. Yeah, I think I like that better. Sorry, I have the sniffles today. It's a little weird. Back to school season, so I'm sure everybody's passing colds around already. I don't know if everybody you know is back to school yet, but I just started this week here. All right, ignore the fact that I don't really have any nails. Picking things up the way I can pick them up. All right, so I'm gonna use this color this time. I had white before on the other card, and what I'm doing is just like almost like a jumper seat, if you will. And putting these little like colored ones underneath him. Actually, you know what? That is okay on top. I actually like that better. Alright, so we're going to put that on top on both sides. And as I have it, someday I'll grow fingernails. I'm going to glue it just right here on the edge. Just a little bit. It's going to hang over because I have another piece that's going to go on top of it. So another reason why I wanted to do this video with you. So you see how like a little bit's hanging over the edge there? We're going to do that on both sides. Go ahead and like kind of almost line that up with the armpit. That helps. And same in this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue the underside of this. Just helps if I stay on the camera, huh? Alright. Oops. And there we go. Outside of this one, just lining up the points. Don't worry about having excess. One is going to dry clear. Two will wipe off what we see here. And that looks a little weird right now, but hang with me. We got this. Because we have these pieces right here that are then going to come up and cover over that. So again, go ahead and do the edges here. And you know, if you do one side and you're like, oops, wrong side, you might be able to put it on the other side, on the other part of the body. But for the most part, just kind of be aware. This bottom piece going across the bottom, just kind of, you know, almost making like a band, almost like the bottom of your jeans or something. You know how there's a band that goes across? That's pretty much all that's doing, and it's just going to cover up anything that's there. Again, same for this side. A little bit of glue. Yep. Put the band along the bottom. And as you put the band along the bottom, that helps align it over here on the side as well. Now I'm going to flip it over so you can see a little bit of hanging over. Now if you want to test fit it, you can lift up these leaves here because we didn't glue it all the way down. And so you can see, and don't worry about the fact there's like brown showing through his legs because we're actually going to have leaves and pumpkins and stuff there. So that will take up all of that, so I'm not worried about that at all. Let's go ahead and glue this down. Remind myself to stay in the camera. I'll be a pro at this someday. You know, I might be 80 by then, but maybe we'll have some AI bots that just stand there for me and not necessarily talk for me, because that just is no fun, but put it all together for me later would be cool. All right, got a little bit going on there. And also, again, don't worry about the pointy edges and all that kind of stuff. We have a big old beard that's going over it. We're not going to see any of that kind of stuff. So the only thing I do worry about, and what I will do, is kind of maybe set this part aside for the moment while we build the body. Because that way I'm not going down to that. So we have the hat. We have the beard, and you get to decide, hey, because there's like a little side and a big side, you know, which way you like your beard hanging. I'm going to do it this way, and we're going to put the beard down next. You can always yell at me. Stay in the camera, girl. Stay in the camera. And what I'm going to do is kind of come to those points there. Just cover that up. Press that down a little bit. Not touching anything necessary, you know, we don't want it to touch, so it's good there. All right, next. Now, when I get to the leaves, I'm gonna be fast forward in this, so don't worry. I know we're already a little ways in there. We're just gonna keep on going. All right, so we got this, the body. We need the hat. Let's do the hat. And this is, yeah, that's a lighter color. I'm like, wait a minute, did I do? Because I did one full set of each color. So I'm like, what the heck? I don't want this and the hat band to be the same color, just because that's how I want it. If you want it to be, you can. Like I said, to do that, just make sure you print, you know, a full set with the color. Now this one generally lines right up here with the cutout we have, so no guessing there. Then I'm going to put this band. There's a little bit of an edge on here from the cutter, and so cutter likes to leave you fuzzies like mine does. Just trim them off. All good. All right, so we're going to go with the band first. And for this one, I mean, you could decide as well if you want the thick side to the top or you want it to the bottom. That's up to you. That's just the way I kind of preferred it there. Next, we have this little nose, the gnome nose. And got a little bit of a rounded part, or you can do them up with a little bit of flattish part up here on top. So we're just going to put that. It's going to be kind of right over the hat a little bit. A little cuteness there. Let's see, let's do his hands. Again, I have a spot right here, so actually you could glue this if you want to. It's hard to glue this other one, or you can glue the back side. It's up to you, doesn't matter. Both work. And now what I want to do is go over the top of that purple. All right, do that. Got a little bit of fuzzies in here. Do that. All right, super cute. All right, what's next? Now, in my card, I do kind of show a little fall leaves, but I'm going to save the leaves for last. Let's go ahead and put the, let me look at that real quick. Let's go ahead and put this on the cover, because that way, you know, because he's getting heavier, you know, there's a lot of paper here now. And we have these two colors tacked together, which is great. So let's go ahead and connect these. We're going to glue these onto the front of our card. And you can use pop dots in the corners. You know, it's up to you. One thing I do recommend, of course, is anything that's always hanging off. Of course, the edges. Oops, until I fall off the edge there. That happens. But do the edges of anything that's dangly. All the dangly bits. I always say, get the dangly bits. That way we know anything that comes to like a point, you know, anything that's hanging off the edge, we know it's going to be secured. That's the main thing. And you know, you've got little kids' hands sometimes, things get pulled off, but this helps. Now what you can do is take this medium brown piece and butt it up to the score lines, and just to set it down and get it lined up. And then you come around to the bottom and then line that up. You got a little bit of time, you know, before the glue sets up, and then just press it in place. All right, now you might get some glue shooting out. It's okay. I mean, you can just use whatever you want. Use your fingers, use a paper towel, dab that away is fine. All right, oh, he's getting there. He's getting there. I love it. And what was fun is about this extra, that little bit of brown hanging off there. I actually like it. I prefer it that way because that gives you like a shadow effect, which is fun. It makes him look a little bit deeper into the scene than he actually is. Let's go to our pumpkin next. So for the pumpkin, I have a couple little bits. Little bits is in terms of the stem and the leaf, but I have a placeholder for them here. So for these two, all I'm going to do is go ahead and glue it up here. Well, actually for all of this, go ahead and glue this pumpkin area. You don't need to go below the line, you know, where the imaginary pumpkin bottom is here, which won't be imaginary here in a minute, but it is right now. Like I said, you don't like what you see, trim it. It's okay. But for this one, because there's already a shape in place, we're going to stick it right in that spot. Same for the leaf. Boop. Stick it right in that spot. And you could put the leaf under, you can put the leaf over. It's whatever you decide. And you know what? Most of you have a weeding tool, so let me use that to move things around with, because I like making sure everybody kind of has the same tools to work with. I'm just kind of pushing that down, and you know, kind of feel like that leaf should be underneath. Got a little bit of time, everything's still wet. Let's go ahead and just pop that right underneath there, and that works out good. Now we already made, put glue on here for the pumpkin. So go ahead and just set the pumpkin on. And like I said, any place that's gonna have the dark showing through is gonna be so much fun anyway, because it'll just look like shadow. Okay, from there, we are up to the leaves. Believe it or not, we're at the leaves. Oh my goodness, so many leaves. So, first of all, I'm gonna clean this bugger off. Okay, he's got fuzzies everywhere. So, what you wanna do is decide which ones you want to be pop dots, which ones you just want to be regular. As you see on here, there's like different size leaves. So these are the oak leaves, these are sugar maple leaves. I'm gonna say it that way because I'm originally from Vermont and I love sugar maples. So these are my sugar maple leaves. And if it doesn't fit, you know, hey, if it covers up the brown area, you're good to go. I'm gonna do a couple little ones here in the hat. Let's see, I do love maples, so I'm gonna do a couple of colors of the maple. Let me find a small one. Let's see, a ton of oaks. There we go, there's my little maple. Now, still has a little bit of fuzzy on it. So we're gonna do that. And like I said, you'll watch me do these first couple, and then I'm gonna speed it up. And then you can decide who goes down first. And you don't have to tack it super hard if you don't want to. You can glue it here on the bottom, you can glue it on the hat. Easier to do it on the leaf because then you kind of know the spacing. My heavy fingers making a mess of it all. You can turn them however you want. They have no particular direction. You could choose different colors. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you smile is what you want. All right, so I'm gonna start with the ones that we're gonna glue down. So let me grab a handful here. I'll probably start with some of the bigger ones. Let's see where we go. Yeah, I do a few big ones. I laugh even I forget how I put these on here. It's okay. It's all good. And let's lay them out first, mainly because I might change up what colors are going where. And that's too small. That's another one. I think this one is the right size. Yeah, a little fuzzy. This is a couple of these have just a little bit fuzz balls going on that we're gonna take off. So sorry for the delay. Alright, but we're gonna put that one there. So I have a bunch of yellow there. Let's get some more oranges in here. And then, like I said, right now I'm just gonna kind of lay them in, see what I like, and put one in here like it's falling. Let's get some different colors. Got some purple. I don't really want to do too many purple, but I do like the contrast, so I'm gonna do a few in here. All right, you know what we need is some oak leaves. We are desperately missing some oak leaves, so let's do that. There, let me find. I'm gonna do a red because I already have like purple right here, so I'm trying to balance out the colors so they're not all like grouped up in one place, even though we all know, if you are familiar with the fall leaves, they are a big jumble all together all the time, so it is a-okay. All right, but anyway, so I'm gonna do a color balance. So I have, what do I have? I have orange, yellow, purple. Yep, and 2 shades of purple. So let me get a dark oak leaf. It's not the right shape. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna find one that works. I don't want to do 2 reds, so we're gonna do this. And I think I have, actually, I have to do this. Do red up here, yellow down here. Okay, so that'll probably do. Actually, we'll end up pop dotting some more on here afterwards. Let's go ahead, not the ones that are cross stacked. We'll pull them back a little bit, but we will go ahead and glue down everybody else that's here. Oops, let me get that in here. So then what I'm gonna do is get these in place. Boop, boop. And I love that it kind of crosses over the pumpkin. We're gonna get just these ones that are laying here into place. This one I'm gonna pop dot, I think. Ironically, I've already chosen like all the orange ones to pop dot. Very interesting. We're gonna put a few of these down in the flats. And you can always go like this. But if you don't know if you're gonna get everybody glued up proper, go ahead and just glue that. And if you want to, what I'm doing is I'm using these cutouts as a guide, but not necessarily like sticking to it. For the most part, I'm like going over the edge, you know? So like I said, the brown that's gonna keep showing through is just gonna be a shadow, so that's all good. So let's get these guys in here, covering things up. So anybody that had kind of that silhouette, that's kind of a good way to look at it. Gets that flat look. Honestly, you could actually leave it brown if you wanted to. And there's nothing saying that you need to have these same border colors. I really wanted the color of the gnome and the leaves to really stand out. So by having this kind of neutral brown background in different tones, 3 shades, it just really helps it stand out more. And as we get here to the pop dots shortly, you'll see that it also gives it another dimension. It's a little harder to see on camera when you do the pop dots, but when you do it yourself, you'll know, you'll understand, because it just stands up off the page. It's so unique. All right, so let me Let me do the tip. Somebody's missing. There we go. A couple of these guys. If you end up doing so many of them, you're like, okay, where did I stop? I don't know. Who knows? It's all right. Start over. Again, any missed fingernails. Not picking anything up. I can hear my mom now. All right, one day, that's on my to-do list as I do videos, is to, yeah, this one's totally backwards. That's all right, here, wipe it off. It's got still glue down there. Flip it over. There, good to go. Yeah, one day I'll do my nails before I actually do a video, I suppose. It's just not today. Sorry everybody. Working hands, what can I say? Working hands. Let's see, we'll do, actually the rest we'll do in pop dots, just so you can see. All right, one more check. All right, yes, nobody fell off. Awesome. I'm not gonna, I mean, that's sticking up on the red one here, and right here, and I'll glue that down later. But for now, I guess the next question is, which pop dot do you use, right? They're exactly the same. It's just about size. So my rule is then, if you have, you know, whatever, a big item, and big pop dot will fit up underneath there, use it. In these cases, they do not. So I'm gonna set them aside, and we will go with all little ones. Now these have, if you've never used them, I'm gonna try it with this thing. I saw somebody do that and I'm like, oh, that was so smart. Yeah, that's not necessarily working for me, but that's okay. Still smart. There's the tape that it's on. I don't know if you said there's tape. I mean the waxy thing here, but then there's a piece of paper over the sticky. So you have to take that off. So just so you know, a little more, actually the kids love it. So I mean, go ahead and use it for them. Have them put them on. Give them something fun to do. And really what we can do, because we know we're going to pop dot all these, is just go ahead, pop one on the back side. Like I said, I already chose a lot of orange, huh? So I'll leave the glue. Actually right now I'm just gonna, I know I've done this like every time, but you go ahead and stick that needle in there, and then there's a little tension in there right now because it started getting tacky. But this, if you run it in and out, allows it to keep from being all sticky and drying in on itself. So just a little quick tip there, if you need it. All right, we're gonna go with what we got. I think I'd like at least one more red. So let me bring in this. Let's try some of these little ochre leaves. Trying to see if I got any yellow ones that aren't super fuzzy. Those aren't too bad. Just because of the size of those, we're gonna see and make sure the pop dots work on them. I mean, I know they work on them, but you know what the deal is? They're just a little, they are just a little too thick. Now, if you get it on there and you haven't pushed it down yet, it's easier to move it around like that. But if you pushed it down on whatever it is you're working with, it may be a little bit harder. All right, so what I noticed, even these small ones are a little too big for this. So, whoop-tee. Let's cut it. So we're gonna cut these right in half. I just need enough for 3 because that's what we're gonna do. And let's see if I could put them on with this thing. Yeah. Not too bad. You've seen better and I've done worse. So I'm sure you've seen better and I've done worse. All right, we're gonna get that kind of laid up right there. Now I haven't taken the extra paper off, so they're not bouncing around too much. But we will do that right now. So you don't really need anything. You just gotta kind of slowly peel it up till you find that edge, and then it'll come up. Now your biggest decision is going to be, where are you going to put them? And again, not that it matters. we're gonna get rid of the little fuzzy here. Just, you know, like that, I guess. All right, so we're gonna come up here, have them fall in opposite directions. I want a little bit of a red down here. Put it right here in the corner. Get us a little orange going on. And another, oh yeah, I was gonna do a falling orange one right there. It's looking cute, super cute. All right, purple up top. Oh no, it's a darker purple, which is nice. Kind of starts you there and brings you down. I don't know, we'll see. All right, so where do we want to go with this orange? Do we always want 2 up here too? Yeah, why not? Let's have 2 up there. All right, papers, little papers everywhere. Now we're getting the little papers. Hey. Little. Actually, I do want to do. Are you on there? Yep, you're on there. You're kind of hanging out. Let's get somebody over here. Not 2 yellows together. I mean, you can. And, you know, color police aren't going to come after you, but I just like having different colors because they just bounce off each other. You look at them different. I know, they're just fun. Let's see here. I know, I just said that right. Let's do 2 over here just to be different. Ooh. Alright, what else are we missing? We need stuff here. Let us do, we'll do a light purple. Again, your choice. And actually, when you make these leaves, I mean, you can make other colors. Do whatever you want. You can go crazy and get you some plaid. Get a plaid pattern, plaid design paper. There are those double-sided ones that are have a plaid on one side and like the super flowers on the other. That'd be so fun. Super fun. All right, now I want to do just a little bit of shape differencing, so we're gonna do in different directions. And let's see, last one. Let's go ahead and grab another yellow. And actually, what I am gonna do with this one, because these 3 are pop dotted, I'm gonna try and squeeze this one underneath. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna squeeze it because these are high. This one could go low. Woo-woo. All right, I think he looks pretty darn good. Super funny. Now I'll tell you, I'm gonna bring in. I'm not even gonna clean up the table, but basically fuzziness. There we go. All the fuzzies are gone. So we have our cute little card. Look how fun this is. You can write whatever you want. I'm happy Thanksgiving. You have Merry Christmas. No, I guess I wouldn't do Merry Christmas, but you know, you could do something else. Now, I did notice one thing I did. Now in this one, see, I used a different color orange. I was trying that out today. So you can do different color oranges. You can do deeper color reds, whatever you want. You know, just go and have fun with it. But what I did do, on here is there's a little pen for a little mouth. So get you a little pen if you want a little mouth on there. Just go right up under his nose, because you know, hey, he's got a beard and everything, so you're not gonna see a lot of his mouth. And there you have it. You have your card. You have your gnome, and happy fall. Go play in some leaves and enjoy. Well, that's it. I hope you made this card along with me. I hope you had a lot of fun. I know I did. And hey, happy gluing. You know, keep making cards, keep making presents, keep making boxes, do all the things. Come join me again, and we'll see you soon.